All right, welcome back. We got another race for you today. This one featuring, man, can I call this a stomp already without like seeing anything? We've got the number one seed in cap up in the top right, up in the hellish red shade of commando, up with the number one seed, and then we've got to the left of him we have actor. Beneath actor we got gruggy, and then to the right of gruggy we've got Johto. And all of them, I think gruggy has finished one loadout. No, gruggy's gotten third before. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But the other two racers, yeah, there we go. Nice colors. I was just talking about this earlier. Have yet to get a completion. And sometimes for getting completions, if like the racers can get some sort of god run going, if they can get like head stompers or spare drone parts early on, something could happen. But I don't know, man. I My prediction's gonna be a full on 10-point sweep. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I sound like some cocky, ignorant caster right now. Cause oh geez, that's a hit. Okay, not a good start for Johto there. Yo, Muff, thank you so much for the prime. Why is that over there? Let me fix that. Streamlabs, get over here. You have to do that for like every scene. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's my prediction. After watching the golem shot on poor Johto there, and the magenta, and the bottom right, has a will-o-wisp. No one else has that yet. Everyone else has been taking a similar path. Right, so we haven't really seen too much deviation. Okay, Cap has actually gotten back there now. As the other racers are too, right? Everyone's taking the same path, getting the barrels of money, killing some enemies, getting some cash, grabbing some items. Cap opted to scrap the brooch when he picked that one up, though. Johto, ooh, okay. I don't think that scrap's gonna last very long. Because we have two different printers up in the center of the stage. We have a mocha printer and a hoof printer. Now, there is slide in here, so Commando can at least move a little bit faster. I don't know what I would go for. I would probably go all in mocha with the items I don't like. It's like crowbar, maybe. Oh, there's also a rusted key printer. Look at all these white items. So many white items. So many white printers. You have rusted key, you've got movement speed in the form of mocha and in the form of goat hoof. And oh, there's an opal right there. Up on actor's screen. I wouldn't pick that up personally. I'd want to hold on to it. Or hold off on picking it up. But I don't know if actor knows about the other printers yet. Ooh, Cap also finding a crit glass. Very nice. That's probably one you'd want to hold on to. Right, crowbars are cool and all, but mainly if you just get like an equipment or need to deal with some sort of crowd control. Yeah, Cap's gonna pick up that crowbar and be like, eh, crowbars are neat, but I don't have a capacitor, I don't have a Prayon or anything like that. There is Prayon at stage 3 though. But see movement speed, take movement speed. I don't really think, especially with Aphelion Sanctuary, with this stage 1 just being so good, I don't know if any of the racers are gonna rush for Prayon. I know Cap's been talking about his time here in the hosting league and how, ooh, even gives up an opal for Mocha. Okay, that's interesting. I personally wouldn't do that just out of fear. Right, sometimes I live a little bit too far in my fears. I think that could be good. Right, if you find another opal down the line, the difference between having one opal and two isn't really all that much. It's like the difference between, normally you take 20 damage, but then it's like, okay, well, with one opal, you're only going to take 10 damage. Two opal, now you're doing, like, taking 7. So it's very quickly diminishing returns from opal. That could be good, though, especially with a Wandering Vagrant. If these racers aren't the most careful, they can get blasted. But by having that opal, and even with that crowbar, before activating TP, you just use your phase round, and you pierce the exploding shot with the phase round, and instantly takes it out with the crowbar, which could be cool as well. Cap, though, doesn't care, doesn't take any damage, plays it quick, plays it safe, gets a leecher, there's your healing. You know, we always smack talk the leeching seed, but I don't know. This is probably the cope in me or something. When I watch the races, right, people are much lower level fighting Mithrix. You're constantly shooting stuff. And if you're someone like Commando who has a 1.0 proc coefficient, you're gaining like 3 or 4 health a second in combat. Right? It's not like that in a situation where you have to be out of combat per se, but it's healing you. It is a healing source. I'd rather have a leeching seed than like a med kit. Or like I don't know, a monster tooth. You know, the bad side of leeching seed though is, you know, comparing a whites to greens. Ooh. A little bit in danger is AKDRER. Dealing with his vagrant. We saw AKDRER playing a grenade commando loadout. It was one of the first highlights I ever did over on YouTube. Oh, taking a bottle away is gruggy. Poor gruggy. Gonna kill the vagrant though, not gonna die from it. Johto also gonna kill the vagrant. Also went all in on the mochas, on the crit, kept that. Right, has an identical build to Cap right now, though Cap does have a energy or oh my god, that was really close for AKDRER again. Cap does have a rusted key, did get another mocha, is a little bit ahead, and it's just doing everything just a slight bit faster. Right, left the stage with $30. Don't be surprised if Johto, who activated the TP pretty late, is going to leave the stage with like $100, $120, right? Has a little bit over cap. We'll call it that. That's going to be assimilated and turned and converted into experience orbs. Left side of the screen right now, though, we have AKDRER and Gruggy, both about to finish off the TP. Gruggy stayed inside the TP bounce a little bit more. Gruggy, though, only one mocha. The natural found mocha. Hasn't used any of the printers, right? Which I kind of think is a good thing in some ways, right? Is down one white item from losing the elixir, but that elixir loss might have saved his life. We'll see. Gets a crowbar. 2 crowbars now. Now, you only have 3 minutes if you're going to be able to get to the Prayon, which is probably not going to happen. There's a DML on stage 2 that Cap gets. Oh, and there goes the Leeching Seed. Goes for a Gore's Tome. I would almost want to go in for 2. Just double Gore's Tome. And then you can go do a quick stage 2 TP and loot up really well. One's fine too, though, right? Keeping that singular Will-O-Wisp. I'm not a big fan of Will-O-Wisp unless I have more than one. But it's okay. Cap also getting an APR. It's literally called APR on a screen, so I don't have to call it Armor Piercing Rounds. Nobody has to be confused. Life is easy. Yo, King! Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. AKDRER just finished off the stage 1 TP, by the way. Managed to get a crowbar, has all mochas. Gruggy, the only one who didn't go all mocha. Yeah, now at 7 mochas. Is going to get the crit. Oh, man. I would really encourage some of the racers. None of the other racers went for the Rusted Key. Rusted Key could be really bad, but at least you're getting that chance. You're rolling a free large chest from white item. Right, that large chest could be another Leeching Seed, which, you know, can be a green scrap down the line. Can at least have some value from it still. Or you can get... Oh, Mayan's having some internet difficulties. Okay, that's fine. What was the time? I lost my train of thought. Oh, there's a... Are you kidding me? ICBM on stage 2? Okay. We were talking earlier about all the racers. No way. The DML with the ICBM is perfect. What a play. Who needs Prey on? I mean, well, Prey on run could still technically probably be faster than a DML. Right? DML is essentially you just get like one firework opening for free every 45 seconds that has a good proc rate. Oh, there's an Ice Band as well. This is perfect. Yeah, there's a slug. A grug. Grug with the slug. Found 2 hooves. Did he print those hooves? Maybe. Maybe it's not so bad that he didn't get the mochas. But it's going to have a much less high rate of fire. Ignition tank found. Is there any gasoline? No. Alpha Family doesn't claim another hosting death. Dude, I don't know how. I'm pretty sure we've seen like 4 or 5 people. See the bridge that AKDRER's on right now? That bridge has claimed so many lives. It's not even funny. As nope. All right. Looks like it was low bandwidth day on Discord or something. Having a little bit of lag here. That's okay. We're used to a little bit of lag, right? We all play Risk of Rain 2. We've all looped a few times. We know what it's like. I mean, we watch a game where bitrate is so bad. If you try to watch someone play Umbral Mithrix, you just see a purple blob, and then like a health bar, and you just watch the health bar go down. Right. Try here is the kill enemies near the other Gore's tomes drops. It's not bad. I try to do that sometimes when I'm speedrunning. If I get the healing orb. That's a free kill as well. It was right there. That's fine though. Like Cap's gonna be able to make it to the next stage with like 4 Gore's tomes. Maybe 5. Gets a bird next to TP. Everyone's gonna find that. There is a gasoline, which is gonna be very nice for that ignition tank pickup. Ooh. Gasoline, ICBM, disposable missile launcher. Yeah, everyone's got the ICBM now. That's perfect. No one missed it. Cap getting all but 1 gold orb. Enters the stage 3 at nearly $300. And finds a fuel cell printer. Oh my god. I mean, fuel cells with that. There's a scrapper right there. That gets rid of the ignition tank. Don't really need that if you don't have it giving any value. Yeah, who needs Will-O-the-Wisp? It's gonna be now. Notice how Cap turned around, saw the printer, didn't go straight for it. Cap waited just a tiny bit before, turned around, saw, hey, look, there's a scrapper right here. I can go to this fuel cell printer, and I'll have free scrap. Perfect. There's even 2 scrappers there, right? So that's huge value. Keeps the Gore's Tome. It's gonna have Giga missiles coming out. Right, each fuel cell, I believe, reduces cooldown by 15%. Second iteration of the Rusted Key gives Ruckler, otherwise known as Rose Buckler, and a Bandolier. That could be an easy double scrap. I mean, Rose Buckler's nice, but being without it, could always use a 3rd fuel cell, right? Could use a 4th. Each fuel cell picked up reduces the cooldown even more. And oh god, AKDRER taking some shots by that Clay Dune, not Clay Dune Strider. There's so many clay things. Clay Apothecaries, Clay Dune Striders, Clay Pots. Clay Templars are the ones that shoot at you. Cap picks up an item called For Steak, but all I see is an infusion. Interesting. Still no one with a death. Gruggy doing pretty good. I think it's hard to forget that poor Gruggy. I wonder how good he would be if his computer didn't crash like every 5 minutes. Because we see him playing good here, right? He's got the ICBM, did not pick up the lysate. Right, you don't need double suppressive fire. And oh jeez, what happened? Was that a fall damage slam? What happened to poor AKDRER here? Might have been, I think, a Beetle Guard slam. As I see some of those chasing from behind, might have been a blind pest shot as well. Could have been one of many things. As AKDRER's just trying to take on these pests, is stuck outside the TP boundary, and every second that he's outside the boundary, more enemies are just going to be spawning in. And oh jeez, it's never. I feel like I'm starting to pick up on the trend of which racers end up falling behind and just getting stuck in cope early on, and which ones just kind of plow through and make the game look like it's being played on drizzle. And it's things like that, just being able to stay in bounds, right? If you're gonna play safe, it's something you want to do. And oh my god, that Templar on AKDRER screen is just constantly what farting, using the M2 with his gun, interrupting his bungus like an a-hole. And poor AKDRER, okay, yeah, gets harassed again, would be at full health already. Spent 40 seconds underneath this, trying to heal up, which thankfully AKDRER is trying to stay alive. Right, you gotta try and find a way, and oh my god, an Apothecary just snipes AKDRER. I gotta look at the other screens here, there's so much going on, but it's so interesting seeing what's happening as Cap gets a shuriken from the stage 3 TP. Not bad. Are missiles going to be a thing that crashes Gruggy? Well, Gruggy needs to turn off dead corpses. If corpse cleanup is set to immediate and 0, for Gruggy, I think you'd have a better time. Gas would have been nice for TP3. Oh, yeah. I mean, right, everyone else, no, only Gruggy gets the gasoline. I really like Gruggy's build. I think Gruggy had a little bit rough of a stage 1, didn't pick up as many mochas as the others, less of an attack speed thing, but I mean, attack speed isn't that much right now, and Gruggy has a fuel cell, is going to be able to get another free cell. With the regen scrap, gets the bandolier, doesn't have the rusted key. I didn't print any of that. Cap was the only one to be able to do that and get that extra green. And there's Wungus. Ooh. Wungus for Gruggy. Wungus for Jodo, who already picked that up a while back. Did get a gasoline on stage 3. Has the ignition tank, question mark? No, scrapped the ignition tank, then found the gasoline. Unfortunate. Gruggy the only one to hold on to the ignition tank. And Jodo, I mean, I like Jodo's build as well. I think Jodo played a really good build. Just picking up the Lysate, though. You get an extra stun, but other than that, it's pretty much just using your M1. You're not getting a whole lot of damage out of it. It's more of a utility, right? Which could be good for dealing with 8 stone golems that decide to spawn in as soon as you hit TP. Right, would have been a lot more convenient game if you just spawned in 1 overloading golem. No, it has to be 5 of these guys, and then another 5 pop in, and then here's 3 bison with that. Jeez. And Cap is scrapping more, has the regen scrap, gets rid of the Gore's Tome, right? About to enter stage 4, maybe not thinking so much about looting anymore with this ICBM, going to get 4 more fuel cells, a total of 6. An advantage that only he and Gruggy can currently do. AKDRER is in stage 2 cope, had to pull every enemy away. And is going to charge. Did they fall off the map? I wasn't paying attention to what happened to AKDRER as of late. I do know AKDRER's at 2 deaths. Unfortunately, wasn't able to hold in after that first one. And oh jeez. Oh no, Gruggy. Gruggy with the death. That's not good. Still has 90% to go in the TP. Has a death. Even had an opal. Right, so I'm not sure, I wasn't paying attention. Is this the crash? Or is this just lag on my end? I think this is going to be the crash. The crash happens on stage 3. I'll wait a few more seconds to confirm. But then we'll hand out channel points. Yeah, timeout's going to be called here. Not movement tech, nope. There you go. Timeout's called. And Gruggy's stream has crashed. Yep, okay. This one. So we'll have a big ol', not just a +5, it's actually going to have to be a +10 for Gruggy's crash here. Right, because of the death that happened on stage 3. during the TP fight. We'll just put that like... I can't work with it. It's too small. Okay. Don't clip that. There we go. And a death for AKDRER there as well. Unfortunately. Still having to charge the TP. Doesn't have any boss left alive to fight. Oh, jeez. You really just gotta charge the TP and... Oh, AKDRER's gonna do the tech. Okay. AKDRER was doing this earlier with the Bungus. He's trying to make some of the enemies jump off a cliff. But, you know, again, only more will spawn in. It's gonna be able to finish off. Needs to... There we go. Needs to run away from these enemies, open up a few chests. Does have the ICBM. It's not too late for AKDRER, who's at 3 deaths. Right, I wouldn't say it's too late until maybe the 4th death or so. But with such a good run, and 2 stages behind a first-place racer, Cap, the #1 seeded racer with an ATG now, with a ukulele, with double shuriken, looking really good. Apparently there was a void seed on stage 4 already cleared for Cap. Look at the damage. Boom, 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 boom. So many missiles. Used a little too many missiles, lost a few. And now it's Jodo with a +5. Getting attacked, getting hit by a few of these void-touched enemies. I don't know if that was a void-touched Elder shot. They do have really large splash radius that you have to look out for. Yeah, Corrupted Elder. There we go. Look at that. 216 health, 300 health. Nope, dead. Double +5. Double death. Double damned. Ouch. Not ideal. Finally does get revenge on the Elder, though, after the double death. And... It's going to kill the Void Reaver. Right, Jodo, again, was not able to print those fuel cells, because all the fuel cells would get turned to Lysate. Lysate and Commando, not the best. It's a Leeching Seed. And gets a Watch. Okay, at least the Watch is acquired after the death. After the double death happened. Gets another energy drink. It's going to have that 20% damage advantage. I don't think any other racer has that Watch, or any Watch. So that's pretty good. Hold on. Now you just got to make that one Watch account for 10 minutes of lost time. And then catch up on top of that. Though Jodo, who is at least, you know, has the 2 deaths. Right, did get the Watch. Is on stage 4. No other racers on stage 4. Poor Gruggy ended up crashing. Is a little bit behind in real time. Right, AKDRER had 3 deaths. Is at 22 minutes, right? So Gruggy is actually 4 minutes behind everyone else in real time. Right, is fighting this Imp Overlord. It's going to be the ICBM that makes him crash a bunch, isn't it? Right, because it's an overheating problem for Gruggy's PC. That we know of. And with a few too many enemies with corpses on, I think corpses get... No, they're not. They're still on. Okay. Oh, maybe they're off. I think it's cleanup on when not visible. Yeah, poor Gruggy. I mean, the PC's been through so much at this point. We've had him dust his PC in week 2 and was able to go through. Week 1, he didn't have really any problems at all. And then here in week 3, it's just getting worse. His summer's getting closer and closer. Gruggy might be only a wintertime gamer, as it turns out. Right, as summer kicks in, as the temperature starts to heat up, things are getting a little bit more tough for his computer. And there we go. 1 ICBM usage on Jodo. Jodo activating the TP and immediately also killing the Stone Titan. Gets his Berserker's Pauldron. Cap got saver spaces. Pillar skip confirmed. Pillar skip confirmed with DML. What's the recharge rate on that DML? It's normally 45 seconds. But we take 45 seconds, and then you reduce it by 15% 6 times. Okay, it just went up at 2418 on cap screen. So 2418. And 18, 20. It's literally a 15-second cooldown, I'm pretty sure. Something like that. Insane value. Those grandparents immediately got wrecked. Those elders immediately got wrecked. The grandparents could zap some stuff, which is pretty good, right? It's kind of annoying that they take all the money from you, but better to have a little less money on stage 5 when you've already got a god build than to have 3 elders and a bunch of other things to deal with. And there we go. Mountain Shrine delivers yet again. There's a Planula. Let's go. Love to see it. Doesn't wait for a recycler. Loves Planula that much. Does have double wrap and double Rose Buckler, though. It's pretty good defense, right? And with how offensive your build is at this point, might as well just go for some defense. I mean, Mithric's fight's going to be like 2 seconds long with that ATG, with the DML in play. Doesn't have the fireworks like Jodo does, though. Does Jodo still have the firework? Yeah. Fireworks, it has 3 drones with it, too. So that could be good for, like, phase 3. Uh-oh. And here's not phase 3, but freeze 2 for Gruggy. Now, here's the thing. What happens if a racer, at least for this race, what I said was, if there's another crash on the same stage... Oh, Gruggy was done with the stupid stage. Just needed to proceed. Are you kidding? Come on. Oh, no. I ended up saying that even if there's another crash, there's no extra +5 added on. I'm probably going to change that because if someone's PC just keeps on crashing, it could be an infinite loop, or they just never finish the run, and the other racers just wait and wait and wait and wait. Right, and we don't want that to end up happening. So we're going to keep Gruggy at the +10, because that's what I ruled initially. But it is something I'm going to have to change up. Yeah. He's still in there. Don't worry. We've got Gruggy now streaming at 30 or 480p. We figured maybe this might help things out a little bit less stress on his PC, so quality has been down a little bit. But Gruggy literally speedrunning the stage here. Yeah, it's kind of the advantage of like, okay, well, you died once, you have to restart. Well, now you're fine. But now Gruggy's got like optimal pathing. It's like, I know the order of the green items. I'll lose the bird. That's fine. I'm at 3. Maybe didn't know the order and just got unlucky there. But I much rather lost the Will-O-Wisp. And Cap is on the moon, while Jodo is still on stage 4. About to get to stage 5, though. Right, Cap's been flying through this. Played stage 1 pretty fast, was on par with everyone else. But the second that Cap saw the setup on stage 2, started going a little bit faster, right? A little more confident. The more confidence you get in a run, the faster you go with it. And by stage 3, the second he spawned in, the second he saw that fuel cell printer, it's like, DML, fuel cell, boom, check, done. Easy. Gaming. And now he's gaming with all that, has 27 minutes on the clock, has safer spaces from the encrusted key item, has 8 charges of disposable missile launcher. Oh my god, 7 fuel cells, yeah. And poor actor at death number 4. Not sure what's gonna happen here for our actor. Who... I mean, he's at 4 deaths now. Assuming Cap doesn't die, he's gonna have to finish this run in 20 minutes. if Cap does die, maybe you can have a little bit more grace. Maybe it can still be done, but you got to stop dying now. You got to stop the bleeding while you still can. And just really start to come back, right? If you're watching a game of basketball, for instance, right, and you're down by 10 points, and it's early in the fourth quarter. I'm totally not talking about the Cavs game one against the Celtics. But what really doesn't help is when your team, a team in basketball doesn't land their 3-point shots, and they just keep letting their opponent just giving up on defense, constantly let them go. Even if they're really good on offense and they're just making every shot, you got to do your best. You got to stop the bleeding, and then you can start catching up a little bit, right? Celtics, doesn't matter. We're America. We call it either or. And here comes Cap. Really good on the host skip. You're welcome. It's going to make it in just fine. Was almost able to make it in that last time, but just barely didn't. 7 field cells could probably do like 2 iterations of DML. I'll have to hold on to him. Was bounce number 4. Okay. Oh, double hit from the bulls there. From the Bison. Down to 30 health is AKDRER, who bleeds another death away. And these missiles, while really powerful, are only as powerful as on the targets that they hit. They're just hitting random pests. They're hitting random golems. No AoE, no gasoline. Another death. That's pretty much going to do it for AKDRER at 6 deaths. Unfortunate. Just constantly getting cursed with commando runs. Who likes playing commando, right? Oh, man. But we still got 2 other racers here. We still got Gruggy. Only at 19 minutes, 29 minutes technically because of the 10-minute penalty. We got Cap sitting at 30 minutes. And with 2 deaths. Oh, there's a red item. A red item in the shipping request form. And it's Rejuve. Unfortunate. That is the second red item we've seen, or the second Rejuve red we've seen from a non-large chest. Always disappointing when that happens. You always want to get the reds from good stuff. And, oh, there's Safer Spaces. Boom. Much more value than Bloom. Bloom is fun if you already have a Pillar Skip. Maybe you could try and gamble your way up to beating Cap, especially at 2 deaths. Right, if there's anything that we've learned, these, the showcase racers, risk resourcers, they don't really die that much. Like, it's kind of a rare instance where they die on a decent run. Right, and I'll call this a decent run. ICBM, there's an ATG, there's DML. It has to take, like, an incident that we saw with Faku, where Faku ended up double dying to some wisps on the moon. Just didn't respect him enough, right? And that's where we saw Waterholic get that win. On that loadout, on that captain run. Right, but it's still rare. Usually if they're dying less than the newcomers, we'll say. And in this case here today, Cap's just going to keep playing. Is even using War Banner to his advantage. Ends up getting Mithrix next to the War Banner, able to use that War Banner for extra damage. Gets in the DMLs. The DMLs are landing because Mithrix is standing still, getting the ATGs in as well, landing the Shurikens, landing everything. Mithrix is just absolutely getting wrecked. Huge War Banner value. Wow. 30% faster attack speed. It's like, instead of having 2 syringes, having 4. Right there. Mithrix only needs to do 1 more pizza now. And, oh, Cap kind of accidentally wasting a missile there. Exploders pull him out of the War Banner, unfortunately. And the missiles run into Exploders yet again. Don't you just love targeting system in this game? Gruggy, newsflash, made it to stage 4 and did not crash. Let's go. Uh-oh. But has a lot of fuel cells. Oh no. A lot of fuel cells with the ICBM. Cap gets the phase 4 skip. That wasn't with Fireband or anything that skip. I'm pretty sure it was just from DML. Standing in the center of the arena with that. And finishes off the fight. It's going to be able to get a good portal. Cap is going to be able to win this race. Has safer spaces. Unless he, like, triple grubs. Right, 43 minutes for Johto. Maybe Gruggy could come back. Right, Gruggy's at 32 minutes in game time. Oh, there was a crit printer. Okay. Damn. You know, Johto has a lot of items, I just realized. Look at that. It's almost like double road. A lot of items per minute here for Johto. Probably some of the fastest we've seen. Johto only has a double death. And is going to be able to make it to the moon now. I think for Johto, who's going to look at a couple equipments. Oh, there was a recycler. So that planula could have been something else. And the, oh, there's a caffeinator. Come on, Johto. You got safer spaces. You could do the host skip. You got movement speed. It's totally faster than egg. Egg skip is slow. Oh, no. Oh, no. You don't know how to host skip? Someone's got to watch some videos. It's practice time. You're in the hosting league. With such a good build, has to give up the DML. I guess there was only one DML to be fair. Right? It wasn't like Cap's 8 or anything like that. Cap throws himself into the Void Reaver, takes the death last second, but it doesn't count in the mod because it's during the ship escape. There we go. 34:20 is the final time for Cap. GG, well played. Nice. Can I, like, have an idea? 34:20, we'll put that up first. As long as it just shows the score, I think we'll just keep up Cap's time. I guess distracting might do something. But actor's going to be informed. Too many deaths, we'll have to DNF. GG's to actor, just, again, had too rough of a stage 2. Wasn't able to get the TP charge. And because of that, just got overwhelmed by enemies and got overwhelmed overall throughout the run. As a result. It is 44:20. Let's put double bonus for denial, or up for grabs. Right, because Gruggy's at 34, has 10 minutes to do it. I mean, maybe. Maybe could. Actor's also up, just standing there. That was a little distracting. Hold on. There we go. It's the railgunner animation. We're doing polar mines again? Yeah, we are. You bet. Johto's slowly just using is it slide? I think he's losing ground. What you want to do on Johto's screen is you want to kind of use the lip on the edge. And it's what you used to have to do if you were, yeah, a little bit to the left, Johto. And you just kind of hug that corner of the ramp, and you fall a lot slower. Is what you had to do back when there was the itemless accurate skip. And there was some other skips way back when, where this was actually a lot faster than doing 4 pillars. So this was a common thing. Host skipping was a thing. This might be enough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it took a little bit of extra time, but was able to get it. Does it with slide. Has a little bit of movement speed. I think you need movement speed to be able to do that. Yeah, 2 energy drinks, some mochas, able to pull it off. Hold on. And it has a really good start here to the Mithrix fight. Look how much damage is coming out. If not for those 2 deaths, this could be a situation where we could see Johto maybe denying some bonus points on Cap. Some just real unfortunate deaths that happened from the Void Touched Elder. Right, just a few seconds, just one mistake, or I guess two mistakes. Right, didn't respect the Elder enough, and it's at 2 deaths, but man, Mithric's already halfway dead. Johto's lining himself up for a really good time for second place. Right, Gruggy's only got 12 minutes to catch up to Johto, to get to where Johto's at halfway through phase 1 in real time. Maybe has the potential for a better build. Alright, the time says 27 minutes, has the plus 10 due to crashing with a death. Here we go. A little bit of lag there, that's okay. Stone Titan gonna get wrecked, but here come the Elders for Gruggy. Gruggy finishing up that boss, gets the... What's the boss? I think a Berserker's Pauldron. Now just got so many Elders to deal with. Oh god, don't provoke. It provokes the Imp Overlord, now has to fight this as well, and there's a Gup as well, who's gonna play Speed Cop. Gonna make sure that Gruggy pays the health tax for passing through. And Johto, without any death still, or not even being hit on the Mithrix fight, is going to be able to make it to phase 2. Hitless. Or maybe hit, but has saver spaces. Not sure which. And here we go, Lunar Chimera. Fight begins out in the open, a little scary. You either want to get on top of the bridge or hide under, behind some... Are those pillars? Yeah. Gruggy taking some hits here. Down a half health total throughout the stage. Taking a few shots. Still doing okay, though. See, Gruggy... Is that 29% I see on the TP charge? Still has a lot to go on the TP. Okay, I take that back. Jeez. Long way to go, Grug. Hurry before you crash. While Gruggy's going through, slowly walking out of the boss, or TP charge, time and time again, Johto is almost done with phase 2. Got, I think, one Wisp, one Golem, a few Exploders, maybe another Golem might spawn in. It was going to be fine. Did take a few hits. Lost OSP at 17 curse now. Not the end of the world. OSP is only needed if you get hit by something that's going to kill you in one shot, such as, well, pizza. But if you're good enough of a gamer, you just don't get hit. Or you get hit and use your safer spaces, because that's what it's for. Do you think Abyssal is worse for Gruggy's computer because it's in hell? Most likely, right? Because it's really hot there. And the +5 animation's really bright, probably resource intensive. Yeah. I mean, it was also pretty bad in Rally Point, though, where it crashed twice. So maybe it likes heat. Maybe it gets too cold. I don't know. I do know that Johto's made it to the first iteration of Pizza. Is not getting hit. Mithrix took 25% of his health just during that short period of time. Right, Johto might not have a feather, but has egg, able to avoid Mithrix every half a minute. Ooh. And that ICBM from stage 2. That's something else. You see how much value we've seen from it so far? I mean, just the fuel cell, the high rate of fire right from the Mocha printer early on, from the syringes found later. Oh, Johto taking a few shots. Time to deny double bonus, by the way, is passed as Gruggy is at 36 minutes. +10 at 46. Cap is going to get both bonus points here. And we're going to put up time for completion, which is 74:20. Oh, hang on there, Johto. Just one more pizza, you can do it. Oh, jeez. I think that was the safer spaces. That had to have been safer spaces. Yeah, okay. Metric Sensors Phase 4. Now, here's a problem for Johto. Johto has, I doubt, has more than 37 different items. So, with 2 Repulsion Armor and a Planula, that's going to be 25 health less that Johto's going to be doing per shot. Let's see, 36. Is Mithrix healing for 30? Oh, no, a lot more because of Rejuve Rack, right? Okay. Yeah, I don't even know how Johto's dealing damage here. I guess getting the Crowbar back as first item was good. There we go. Takes a few hits. Loses the Rejuve. Okay, there we go. Mithrix is now Giga dying. And is now Giga dead. Okay, I thought that was going to be a little bit longer, but I guess when Mithrix's max HP isn't that high. At the, what is this, 43-minute real time? Yeah, that's not too bad. Johto's going to be able to make it out. Going to get a sub 1 hour run. GG to Johto for likely finishing in second. I mean, Gruggy at 47 minutes right now does have a little bit of time. We'll have to go fast, but does have does he have safer spaces? No, he doesn't. That's just the Opal. Gruggy's going to need to get safer spaces from that encrusted key that he picked up. Oh, does have a death. Gruggy died. When did Gruggy get the +5? Oh god, don't do that. Stop it. That hurts. I do not like looking at that. Ooh, Gruggy finds a recycler. Okay, Gruggy died in Abyssal. Alright. I don't think I remember that. He was still deathless, right? During the TP fight? Was it towards the end? I was too distracted. Johto's putting up a good time. A time of 55, right? And if a racer makes it to the ship and doesn't get paused, then it's a guarantee that the racer is not going to DNF, right? Because we can't pull someone out after they kill Mithrix. Right, Johto's saying, hands shaking with excitement. And I wouldn't blame him, because this is the first loadout that Johto's going to be able to finish, and it's only loadout 1. Johto coming in likely second place. We'll see. 49 minutes is the real time for Gruggy. And Gruggy has let's see. 49 to 50 has 6 minutes. I'm assuming gets safer spaces. Yes, he does. There it is. Go ahead and yeah, 55-11. Time for third place or second place. Sorry, I'm looking through all these. This scene is like so botched that I'm looking at right now. Time to second is 55-11. Here we go. And oh no, Gruggy. Oh, don't tell me. Okay, I think this is crash number 3. So we've had 3 crashes for Grug at this point, which means, oh man, this man, I'm assuming, is racing, right? Knows about the cash pool of $550 that we're going to be handing out to these racers during the hosting cup. Is racing to try and get a better PC. Clearly. We'll see what we can do. It. Having these constant crashes here is not good. And Mayan's is looking for the timeout button. I mean, good luck timing out when everyone else is already done. I don't even think Gruggy's in the call anymore with a PC offline. It's a good attempt. Penalty text, there it is. But Gruggy's now going to have a 15-minute penalty, right? Going to restart stage 5. Again, already had that one death, so the other death is added on, but since he already had prior knowledge, he knew Safer Spaces is on the stage, he knows There's a recycler, among other things, right? There's advantage. So 5-minute penalty does have to be added on. Get his computer a nice bag of ice. Yes, make sure it doesn't condensate anywhere. Make sure to empty the cooler. Put the PC in a cooler. Can I have your PC next to all your favorite beers? Game and drink at the same time? Is there another run after? Yes, we have one more race. Loadout 2. Right, we can actually hand out Cap his points now. We haven't done that yet. So we'll go ahead and... That's Actor. Hand out Cap's points. Still gotta wait for Jodo at... Right, Cap... So it says 32 minutes. It's actually 20... Gruggy's real time is 52 minutes. Right? There's this weird problem with the Risk of Resources mod, where... I gotta get Jodo's screen off. That's it. It's nice items. Actually, what I could do... Wait for it. Zoop. We do that, and then we just get rid of the nameplates. Boom. This is Gruggy, alright? I'm freestyling this. There's the plus 15 there. We can move the plus 15. If I can find it. There it is. Oh my god, I can't even move it. There. The Gruggy POV hour. Oh, yeah, that's right. We always have this one. At least once. Where we get to watch Gruggy. At the end of a race. But yeah, this is weird problem with the mod. Where if someone has a plus 5 and they use proper save and load back in, the 5 minutes aren't added to the timer until they die again. So if Gruggy dies, it will appear as though he gets a plus 10. That's just because the wings haven't updated yet. So he's at 54 minutes. And is actually going to be unable to get second place unless he somehow miraculously finds a way to kill Mithrix and gets to the ship, charge the ship in under a minute. Which I don't think is going to happen, so we can go ahead and pull back up time to complete for Gruggy. And that's still going to be 74-20. We'll see if you can do it. I'll put his name there. There. All good here. Gruggy gonna open up the Void Cradle, gets the Lysate bait. Don't really want that. Right, it does shoot a little bit faster, and they did buff Suppressive Fire to scale with attack speed, giving you more shots as opposed to just like you shooting 8 bullets a lot faster. So it's a little bit better with attack speed, right? Here in the modern day of Risk of Raid 2. I think they made this change like 3+ years ago, so it's not really the newest change. But yeah, I think... Are you kidding me? Another overloading worm? This is the second overloading worm we've seen. Wow. Okay. Now, Waterholic did one of these just last race. And we didn't really see any value from it. Right, the overloading worm only gave 3 Warhorns. We'll see what happens this time. I don't know if Gruggy has... I don't know, is it a double shrine? You have to be at least at 37 minutes real time. I think. Yeah, it's got to be 37. Maybe he did the mountain shrine and maybe he didn't have... Maybe had a lot of in-world credits transferred to the TP boss. We'll now have to fight this overloading worm. And unlike Waterholic, doesn't exactly have the most powerful damage build. All right, Waterholic annihilated this worm, playing as captain in like a second. We'll see. I mean, it looks like the boss is already maybe 25% dead, but keep in mind that there was 3 crowbars in there. So it's only more like, I would say, closer to like, I don't know, 1/6 dead, maybe 1/5. That crowbar damage really kicks in early. The worm's gonna fry his PC. Oh no. Chat, here's a friendly reminder not to power off during any BIOS update that you ever have. If you have a BIOS update going through and it says, warning, do not power off PC, systems updating, don't turn it off. I had, back when I worked in IT, I had a coworker. He was also a friend of mine at the time. He was an interesting guy. We'll say, we'll call him, let's call him Larry. But what Larry ended up doing is he saw an IT person, nonetheless, someone who's working in IT, sees a BIOS update going on his PC, his personal computer, thank God, and thought, oh no, I must have a virus. It's telling me not to turn off my PC. I know better than that. Nice try, virus. You're not taking over my computer. And he powered off the PC. You know, hard boot. And then, well, apparently the quote-unquote virus got to him because he came into work next morning, was asking our boss, like, hey, can you take a look at my PC? I think something's wrong with it. Right? And of course there's going to be something wrong with your PC if you power off during a BIOS update. Yeah, the thing was bricked. There was literally nothing that could be done. I think, like, you have to somehow... Like, you can use a special device to unbrick the PC. I mean, the good news for Larry is that he did end up getting he got an actual IT job and is doing good now. Meanwhile, I'm just casting Risk of Rain 2 competitive matches. So he's doing a lot better off than I am, but at least I haven't powered off my PC during a BIOS update. This worm is still at like 1/3 of its health, maybe more than that. Jeez. And this is with all those missiles. Still has 70% of the TP to go as well. So even once he's done killing this worm, you better hope that he gets a charge perforator. If he gets the charge perforator, I mean, I don't know if it's going to overall impact this run to the point where he's going to save 5 minutes of standing outside of TP. Right, in the time that he would have gotten the other boss dead and done. Maybe, what was the other boss? Was it Grandparent? I think it was. And it dropped a boss item. So, now here's a question I have then. If the Grandparent drops a boss item, right, as a Grandparent, does the overloading worm drop the charge perforator guarantee? It is a different boss, it's a different enemy, it's like a different loot table. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it should. He should get an overloading, a charge perforator. We'll see. Gruggy at 1 hour time right now. Right, had that 1+5 happened, but it hasn't updated in game time. Right, we have the +15 there. Has had his game crash twice, or actually 3 times, but one of the times is on the same stage, so there's no advantage there, or no double +5 from that, but did have the one death right before crashing. And here we go. There should be a charge perforator. There is. Wow, here we go. One of the first few natural charge perforators that we've ever seen in a loadout race, period. Here we go. Look at that. Now you're starting to get a really good proc chain going. My hope is that I swear to God, if the PC crashes again, I forget if it does or not. Right, corpse cleanup is on and active and going. Textures are making this thing look like it's on PlayStation 1. This has 40% to go on the TP charge. Right, 62 minutes real time from those crashes. Was able to have some better routing though, right? I think if any racer was able to restart their game a couple times and redo a stage, they would have much better times. But Gruggy's still making the most of it to an extent. Right, does have this charge perforator. Maybe it wasn't exactly expecting an overloaded worm. I wouldn't be either at 36 minutes hitting a TP. I thought it was 37. The graphics are set to Gup looks like a Cybertruck. Yeah, I saw a when I was on vacation. I used to go to St. Augustine every year. I mean, I went this past year. Okay, what are you gonna recycle? There's already that rejuve rack, and you chose not to recycle it. Oh, the lysate cell. Okay, let's see what it is. Gruggy does have a lot of movement speed, so this isn't gonna take too much time up. Oh, now, holy. You've got a... Oh, don't leave. You still got the recycler. Oh, no, once the recycle gets a feather? Wow. Okay. We see you here, Grug. I see that proc chain. But I think your PC might see it as well with an ICBM, an ATG, a charge perforator, and double polyloot. Oh, and a DML with ICBM on top of that. So much stuff. Look at that damage. Man, if you get like a charge perforator off of an ATG, can you imagine how much damage that would do? It's gonna melt Mithrix, but it might melt his PC first. I don't know. We'll see. If Gruggy can finish this run, he will get in 3rd place. At 64 minutes real time. Only has 10 minutes to finish. Can he do it in 10 minutes? We'll see. Normal racers go fast to beat the others and plays higher. Gruggy goes faster to the race his PC overheating. Oh man. That hits home. Back when I used to stream this game on my old PC. I was mostly doing speedrunning for a while. Not because I liked it. I mean, it was okay. It was kind of fun. I ended up getting 2 world records at the time for AKDRER and Rex. I also discovered the host skip during that time. But I did it because whenever I would full loot, or even just to do Gauntlet or anything like that, there would be so many enemies and stuff, my PC would lag. And it would lag, and then frames would skip, and it was annoying. So I would just race against the enemies. As long as not too many enemies would spawn, my PC would run smooth. Things would be good. We live a nice, enjoyable life. And Gruggy's just kind of chilling here, trying to pull out the wisps. Right, don't want to end up with like Faku getting the double +5 when trying to skip. Obviously, it does have the DML, and yeah, it's just kind of burning time. You could be... I mean, this is a good, maybe, full loot strat sometimes. But you want to at least, like... You can walk up a little bit and then walk backwards. With this much movement speed. Probably, honestly, just dodge them. Get to the host skip spot. Do a quick skip. Why are the missiles going towards the enemy that is literally a mile away? Oh, I think it's a... It's a line of sight thing. You have to have line of sight on an enemy for the missiles to go after them. With that little bubble just sitting there, right? They're just gonna keep ignoring the stupid Finally, finally, there we go. Gets the perfected wisp. Here comes some exploders that spawn in. It's gonna focus on them. Not really any reason to focus on these. You're just kind of wasting your time. They're annoying and you want them dead, but what you gotta learn a lot of times is like, what's the worst thing that can happen if you leave them alive, right? You gotta keep running away. You have a lot of movement speed. You're gonna outrun them, and they're not gonna catch up to you by the time you get to the skip spot, or maybe do double design if you're not feeling comfortable with the skip. Same with the golems there. The only thing that can chase you around this map are the wisps. The wisps need to go. Was that a spare drone parts I saw? I think it was. Ooh, good start for the host skip there. At 77 minutes real time, or in-game time, 67. So only has 7 minutes. Time is starting to press here for Gruggy. Gruggy has to do this really well. Has to do it, dare I say, borderline. Not perfect. I mean, you can do it deathless. If you do this deathless, you're kidding. Man, he had such a good build. He had charged perforator. He had double poly. He was host skipping. He was doing everything so right. And with just a third penalty now going to apply, I mean, Gruggy's run isn't even that bad. It's just his PC keeps crashing. Right, only at 52 minutes, barely behind Johto in real time. Or, I guess, race time. Johto finished half an hour ago. But it's now going to be at plus 20 minutes, which is actually technically plus 25 minutes. And we're going to wait to get Gruggy back on. Oh, wait. Oh, I think he has to concede because of that. Yeah, I think he just chooses to concede. Fourth crash. Kicks in. Just a little bit too much. I forgot that happened, unfortunately. Poor Gruggy. I mean, that was going to be a third place finish. You really got to feel for him. At the same time, though, you also got to feel for Cap. You got to feel for Johto. You got to feel for AKDRER. You want to know how long this recording was, chat? For one run? Cap, who was done by, like, the 30 minutes in game time, right? This was an hour 47 recording. 1 hour and 47 minutes. Like, every time that crash happens, it's maybe 10 or 12 minutes before Gruggy comes back. So, while, you know, we all here wish the best for him, we got to keep the show going. And unfortunately for Gruggy, it's going to be a DNF. All right. Welcome back. We got loadout number 2. This is Railgunner. And, I mean, do I even want to call this Railgunner? The Railgunner I know can pierce enemies with her M2. Does so much damage, is just a powerhouse. On par easily with Loader and Void Fiend and AKDRER and all them. Oh god, poor Gruggy. That PC. We got like a slideshow going down at the bottom left. But no, this is the first time we're using the, what is it called? The H44 Marksman? I don't know. It's the poopy gun. It doesn't pierce. It I don't know. It's still better than some things, right? You're not using Commando M1 or something like that, but man, does it just not feel the same. It hits different. By different, I mean, what is it, like 400% damage? Can still proc bans. Yeah, put a little copium next to that. You know what else can proc bans? Nuka-Hana's Opinion, right? And on top of that, if that wasn't bad enough, we also, you know, sometimes if you have this, if you're using the marksman over the sniper, well, it's not the end of the world. You still got your movement mines. You still got cryo charge. Nope, we're using supercharge, which, I mean, supercharge isn't that bad, but I prefer cryo a little bit more, especially when it's trying to go fast. We're trying to speedrun. And polar field devices. These things, about the only value I can think about them is if you're dealing with blind vermin, like stage 2 or stage 3, right? Those melee enemies that just overwhelm you, you could kind of throw one down, run away from them easily. There's a watch on the ground. And a crowbar. Wow, okay. Okay, Jodo, I see you down there. We're chilling. There's a crowbar printer. Ooh. I mean, a crowbar printer on stage 1. You're going to have to camp a little bit more. But with crowbars and supercharge, you can almost, I don't want to say guarantee, there's a good chance you could just one-shot Mithrix. Phase 1, Phase 3, boom, done. You'll need enough of them, but you can do it. Bosses can get one-shot as well. This could actually be a really fast run. I actually think we could see a sub 30. I mean, the bosses are going to get one-shot, right? Cap even gets rid of the watch. Just goes all in. Gruggy's PC really just struggling here on stage 1. And oh man, I feel like it's going to crash at any point. Getting like 3 frames per second. It reminds me back when I used to play Minecraft on my 1998 Optiplex GX1. Had half a gig of RAM. 7 gigabytes of hard drive space. Had that Pentium 4 processing. Maybe not even that. Oh, jeez. I love the hell out of it. I asked Gruggy after these races, like, how do you even stand this? He told me, and I quote, you get used to it. Which, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever getting used to it. Oh, did Cap find some items? How did Cap get the PSG? Is that inside TP bound? It must be. Oh, it's right next to TP. Okay, I see it. There's a large chest there. Cap actually using his scope, trying to scope out some items, right? Sees those chests over next to TP. Is eyeballing something halfway across the map. Sees it's a broken gunner turret, right? If you try to ping something and you keep failing the pinging, either you're really bad at landing the pings, or it's just a gunner drone, a gunner turret, right? Are there any mods that improve performance? Only ones I can think of is the one where you go to the local micro center and you buy a new computer. Oh, there's wings. Right behind here, Cap's gonna find it. Here we go with $125 on the spot. Cap gets wings. It's gonna be able to fly all the way over to the other half of the map. Or at least to the crowbar printer. I don't know how many he wants. Probably just gonna stick with the 3. Oh no, it keeps going. Okay. Gets a gunner drone. Sees a healing chest. It's going to be a harvester scythe. We saw Jodo get this one earlier. We saw AKDRER get this one earlier. AKDRER with also a bunch of crowbars. Also kept the watch. Has yet to activate the teleporter, though. And Jodo opting to go for a scrap approach, having not activated the TP yet either. Has $125. Oh no. I mean, with wings, already knows about the wings. Already knows about the crowbar printer. You just gotta take what you can get. Oh, doesn't know about the crowbar. Okay. Doesn't know the crowbars are a thing, and without knowledge of these crowbars, it's just gonna print double wrap. And then use the wings, go towards the teleport, and right now, Jodo's gonna realize, oh no. Oh snap, that's a crowbar printer right beneath my feet. That's the crowbar. No, it's just gonna say, hey look, that's the healing drone. Who needs crowbars? Not me. Who needs to kill Mithrix twice as fast, 3 times as fast? One-shotting bosses is cringe. I've already got supercharge. I've already got all the damage in the world. And Mayan, now with the... Is the gruggy virus spreading? What's going on? Oh no. Oh, everyone's PC kind of dipping out a little bit. Mayan's internet taking a shot. Can't take down the hosting league, though. It's going to be a lot more than just that. To get rid of this run, to get rid of this content. Johto does manage to take out the Beetle Queen. Healing Drone takes a few hits, though. And oh, God. Johto is really struggling. Wait, is he struggling, or is... Oh, there's... Oh, no. Or you got to be kidding me. Okay, no. Has double repulsion armor. Is fine because of that. That's why it's printed. Trying to play safe. Is lining up the shot. Supercharge. Boom. Kills 4 enemies, but now can't shoot. And it's just going to get harassed for a few more seconds. You got to use that M2 a little bit. Otherwise, you're going to probably not die from... I didn't even know that's part of the map. You could just hide in. Yeah, there you go. And those scope shots. Cap already on the stage 2 TP. Because Bandolier is the boss item. Does not have the feather that Gruggy found. See, look at Cap here. Just getting shot after shot after shot. Boom, 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 boom. And Johto, I mean... Man, there's like 10 wisps. Just kill him. One shot, one kill. Boom, 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 boom. Even with 2 repulsion armor plates. Supercharges a single wisp. Oh, man. Oh, this hurts. This hurts. No. Okay, it's going to be fine. Has the high ground. It's over now, Beatles. Gonna leave the stage. Unfortunately, lost the watch. No crowbars. Right, Johto needs to get in at least first place to have any chance at providing an upset tiebreaker round between him and Cap. We'll see. Maybe these repulsion armor plates can do a little bit to help. And AKDRER tries to use the polar field device on the ground, on the button, to try and press it down. That does not work, unfortunately. You do need to roll the pots, and you don't have the concussion devices to be able to push those around. Right, he's going to be stuck trying to roll them, but you do want to roll them, right? At Abandoned Aqueduct that's run. Yeah, here comes Cap. Rolling pots. Right, knows with 3 crowbars, with some bands. I mean, literally anything's going to die from a supercharge. I almost feel like the bands are going to be a little bit more valuable just with the M2 shots. Right, take down a little bit more tanky enemies. So I mean, again, 3 crowbars, supercharge. Mithrix is gonna like almost die from that immediately, right? As if you have a fast enough of a run with wings, right? Surely, maybe not quite a one shot. Might need a little bit more help. Guess that's where the bands come in. It's just so sad you don't get the if you shoot something and it's above the 100%, you know, above the 90% threshold for crowbar, the second damage application, like, you bring them down to 89% with the crowbars in the initial hit, the ice bands will proc, but they will not proc the crowbar. It's sad. Gruggy with a permanent plus 15? Yeah, we add those in. Sorry. Someone points it out. No, Gruggy hasn't crashed yet. It's looking a little bit better. Maybe a little bit more laggy. But it's holding on. Cap scrapping a little bit. Why is Cap scrapping? I mean, maybe just trying to maintain a lead. Wants to get all 5 points, right? Or let's not get in 3rd place, right? Just by playing this safe. As long as one person does worse than Cap, Cap wins this loadout race as a whole. Well, not true, right? We do know about Johto. Speaking of Johto, getting harassed by some beetles. Thankfully, it doesn't have like a gasoline or anything. And Wisp. Oh. Now's not the time to roll a pot. Go back after TP. You're not really losing much time. The TP's right next to where you're at. I was gonna play it safe. Oh. Chat, I repeat, Cap is in the Elder Room with polar field device. There is a risk of death for Cap. Nope, he doesn't die. He doesn't even take damage. Boom. We can't call it capping anymore. Oh, man. Cap has 5 green scrap. Did he hit Newt? Did not get the feather, though. Ooh. Gruggy got the feather. Gruggy with the feather, Johto with the feather. Johto still has activate TP. Did Johto get that one pot down? I think he did. He's looking for the other one. He's going to the other half of the map. I see it. Ooh, finds an equipment. I don't think anyone else is going to find this. Let's see what Johto finds. It is... nope, just Gorax Opus. Okay. So I don't really need that, don't want that. It is a pillar skip. If you have like a fuel cell or something, you can skip pillars just with that. Just use your M1. And then you have to do a... I think you need like a couple fuel cells, and it has to be done on a design pillar? Yeah, that's the one. Gonna have to do it there. Johto finding some mobility. Cap finding mobility, though, in the next stage. That is something I'm noticing a lot. Is a lot of these, you know, more veteran racers. Oh, Cap did hit Blue Shrine, or Blue Orb. Did Johto just try also to do the polar field tech? No way. The polar field device doesn't press the button. No. In case you didn't know, chat, you cannot use the mines. Nice try, though. And nice harpoon. Giga value. Cap, meanwhile, already done with the stage 3 boss. Had a Zai Construct spawned. And one-shot it, gets another Fire Band. Fire Band, a really good item pickup if you're using Cryocharge, right? You get the whole freeze on Mithrix. Mithrix is just frozen in place, getting hit by Kajaro's band. For pretty much the whole thing. Right, using Supercharge, though, maybe not going to get as much value. Might have to time it out a little bit more precise. But when you're speedrunning like this on Railgunner, it's... I feel like you just immediately get him at the start of Phase 1. You get him at the start of Phase 3. Especially the Phase 3 shot. That one usually just insta-kills. Because he stands still for a solid like 3 seconds. You just get your supercharge. You're able to recover from the supercharge. Johto getting some value from those repulsion armor plates. Dealing with the Titan does run out of bounds. Has supercharge ready though. Boom, shot. Misses the crit. Still has to deal with him. Also still has to deal with all these beetle guards. How many beetle guards are there? Is there a beetle queen? Why? No, there's not. It's Stone Titan. I see. How many beetle guards are on screen for Johto here? At least 8. Oh my god. Gruggy here. I mean, at 1540, still killing the elders. Hasn't crashed yet. Is a couple stages through. Oh. There was a Scorpion on stage 5. Or stage 3. There's another Scorpion. Scorpion is the soup. Okay. I'm glad that got called out. I wouldn't even seen it. There we go. There's the value from the bands again I was talking about. For Cap, right? Having 2 fire band, having an ice band. And for the other racers as well, right? Save the supercharge for like the super big guys. But even just an ice band. It's enough to kill pretty much anything. Kind of waste. Yeah, that's good though. Both overloading, or not overloading. Greater Wisp's already killed. Cap. That's pretty much all the pre-spawns. There might be something else. One other thing at most. Johto's still dealing with 8. Yeah. How are there so many of these? Oh my god. Awesome angle glitch. We love having our snipers that are supposed to pierce randomly bounce upwards. Johto instantly leaves, does not get bans. Oh no. I mean, I don't want to be that guy. Did Gruggy crash? No, he didn't. Okay, I literally thought he crashed for a second. Oh god. Gruggy just barely holding on at this point. PC already have crashed 4 times, I think. Cap hit the blue orb. Oh, there was another Greater Wisp. Okay. So 3 Greater Wisps, no boss enemies to spawn in. It could be Horde of Many. It's in the cave for the TP. Boss does manage to spawn outside the cave, so it does not have Horde of Many. Dodges the Shuriken. That's smart to do. Right, shoots the Shuriken out, away, out into the world. Don't want the Shuriken to proc your bans. And then lands the supercharge on the Soul's control unit, gets the crit. 1 shot, 1 kill still. Very cool, very good. Cap gets Berserker's Pauldron. How are other racers doing? AKDRER still hasn't died yet. Johto with 2 deaths. I saw earlier throughout the week Johto talking about how Commando was the one character, the one loadout that he was looking for the most. Looking forward to the most, right? Felt the most confident about. Did we get the Gruggy crash? Oh no. I think it happens yet again. And if I recall correctly, I remember telling Gruggy to at least try this loadout. I got word that he ended up crashing a lot on the first one, and at least encouraged to play once to see if the crash doesn't happen again. That happened in week 2, where the PC eventually was fine again, but I believe as we continue onward here. Yeah. Okay, so that's not going to work here. We got to do something. We can continue. Oh, the standings hit again. I don't know what's with this scene. Get back out there. Oh, there's meat hooks. Yeah, that's a good find. And gets a scorpion. Double red pickup. Now, I mean, meat hooks are cool. It gives you a little bit of AoE. You have a 3.0 proc coefficient with supercharge, so you can get some value from that on phase 2, perhaps. But yeah, it's AoE. It could be good during TP events when you have 8 beetle guards that spawn in, and you can't really deal with them that well, right? And maybe you're not the most confident at using the M2 on Railgunner. Could see some value there. There's the Shuriken pickup. It does not have to worry about bans because he doesn't have Johto doesn't have any, right? No bans for Johto. Don't have to worry about any Shuriken swipes or Shuriken swings to try and make sure the ban proc is on the supercharge. But it is still a lot of damage loss. And Cap going through Blue Portal again. Not really going to be able to have any more soup opportunities. Chooses to take Soulbound Catalyst. That might actually help out when skipping pillars, right? Getting the wings and just being able to kill some stuff mid-air can reduce the cooldown. Could make things a little bit faster because he a sniping showcase here on the arena tree at the start of stage 6. But while Cap is all the way on stage 5, I mean, Johto's still, right? We saw the shot on the Zai for Cap. It was a 1-shot, 1-kill almost immediately. Johto still has half the health on it, has to pull out the M2. Is not going to be able to pierce the bubble shield that it spawns in. Opts to go for the polar field device. Actor, meanwhile, having a little bit of a better time, maybe. Right, having already killed the Xi Construct, a little low in health, but hasn't died yet. Right, at least has the Fire Band. Also didn't go for bands. Only Gruggy went for the bands. At least you have the crowbars if you're Actor, but oh jeez. Oh, come on. Oh no. Supercharge moment. Supercharge. Love it. Can't even use your M1 to take a little less fall damage. Can't even use your M1 to wait for the medkit to kick in. No. Oh jeez. Gotta love Supercharge. I used to love it so much, and then moments like that started happening to me. There was a cat +5? Huh? What? Oh, I see. I see void-touched enemies, and I know. Cap with a death. An Actor with a death as well. So many deaths. What could have maybe been a chance? I mean, we were talking about the basketball games earlier with Actor last run on stage 3. Or any sport, or any esport, right? This is ultimately an esport, you could say, right? I mean, we got people competing in speedrunning. If someone messes up, right? If someone fumbles the ball, you want to be able to take that fumble and score a touchdown with it, right? That's how you catch up in games when you're kind of behind. You wait for the enemy to slip up, you wait for the opponent to slip up, and that's your time to strike. But unfortunately for Actor here, who had that 5-minute advantage for all of 3 seconds, might be able to have it for a little bit more, as Cap is really getting harassed by these wisps, by these Shungite, down to 100 health. Oh boy. Really trying to use the wings, and there goes the Berserker's Pauldron, going to be able to get some kills in. Wow. Kind of rare you see a racer die in a run like this. Let alone the #1 seed. I think it's one of the first deaths that Cap ever had, and it had to take all the way until week 3 for it to happen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it took Cap 6 loadouts from the finally die. The #1 seed, keep in mind, these poor racers, Jodo and Actor. I mean, one says 26, one says 27. They're technically tied for second to last place, because they have neither of them at this point have yet to finish a run. Now, Jodo did finish his first run and got in second place last loadout, so things obviously already looking a little bit better for him. But with Gruggy out of the, not to say out of the picture, but with Gruggy ending up with a DNF here due to some technical difficulties, this opens up a lot for Actor, who, I mean, Gruggy can't take second place, which, I mean, he was kind of looking like he was on his way to having a run as such. And if Gruggy can't get in second, oh, there's another crowbar printer stage 5. Oh, wow. Okay. If I were Cap and I was done with a TP, I would just, like, borderline go all in. Obviously, you want to keep movement speed, but, oh, man. Just get some white items, get some small chests if you can. Oh, well, the small chests are just giving shurikens, I guess. Oh, poor Actor, trying to use the adaptive chest up on the top left. Ends up getting knocked back by a jellyfish, unable to pick an item. And whatever the last result from that adaptive is going to be what Actor's going to get from there. Ouch. Cap managed to pull through, aside from that one death, right? Is only getting, like, really bad green items. Gets a wisp, gets another pauldron, and just leaves. I mean, if there was a scrapper or something, because you don't want to lose your movement speed, right? Cap is already gonna, like, 2-shot Mithrix. Maybe not quite a 2-shot. Hey, Mayan, you got a software update. Don't you just love Mac? When it covers up your full screen applications, Yeah, I love Mac. All right. Software update jump scare. Yikes. That's that's one of those if I ever seen it right there. Eepers. Oh, bullrugged. Oh, there was a larva. There was a pluripotent larva on stage 4, which means if I mean, and it's an extra life for Johto. His Cap is on his way to stage or to the moon, up to the Mithrix arena. What does larva give on death? You get void banned. You don't want that. That could be really bad, actually. And, oh, safer spaces. That's good. Yeah, we're going to see that happen now. So, gets Zoea, right, loses out on the yellow item, the Knurl. The Knurl that everyone else had. Right, a little bit of health regen. Good Singularity Band, but does get safer spaces. We'll see if it pops up in time. It does pop up in time. It does not suffer needle tick damage. Cap is sniping enemies from afar to recharge the wings. The wings are charged, but Cap wants to try and get up the ramp a little bit before using it. Realizes, that's going to take forever. I'm in wing prison. Let me just use it now. I have plenty of speed anyways, because I did not print crowbars, and now I'm already in the Mithrix fight. Nicely done. Cap made it to the fight. And even with a death, still standing at 33. Oh, I think that was not a crit. Did not land a shot. You might be thinking, well, why isn't Cap just using the M2? Surely it's going to do more damage, which it is every once in a while. But just being able to build up that, yeah, there we go. It's good from a distance. The M1 at the start of that fight, though, greatly reducing Mithrix's armor. And now we get to see something like this. Shuriken dodge, boom, there we go. Look at the difference in damage that second time. I mean, not only was it a crit, but Mithrix also had, like, 60, 70 less armor. Cap's still ahead by 1 death. Right, the racers, both AKDRER and Johto, will have to get, catch up to Mithrix, or not Mithrix, to Cap in real time. Right, we'll need to get through Phase 1 Mithrix. In 5 minutes. If they're going to have any chance of denying bonus points, assuming Cap doesn't die again. Which Cap could die, right? We're going to have Phase 2 come up here. Phase 2 can be scary. We'll see what happens. Right, hard scoping in here. There goes the Wisp. Wisp is dead. AKDRER making good use of that safer spaces, by the way. Or Johto, my bad, not AKDRER. I don't think AKDRER found the pluripotent yet. AKDRER was making good use of the fire band, though. Got some good shots now, a worship unit. Oh, poor Johto. Johto, from that Void Cradle opened up, managed to infest a Void Worm. Or a Magma Worm, which is now Void Worm. I don't know if they still got any Magma in them. If they're Void touched, but that's there. Giga Berserker's Pauldron comes into play. Where'd that worm go? Oh, there it is. Worm jump scare. Giga yikes. Void Jailer making some use, though. Getting some value, seeing those 200s in there. Cap almost finishing up the Phase 2 of the Mithrix fight, though. While both of the other racers here are still kind of stuck charging TP. Apparently there's an ally worship unit on AKDRER's screen while he's still trying to charge. I'm assuming the Magma Worm came in. And yeah, that worship unit's definitely lower than half health. I'm surprised it's not doing the slowdown attack. Maybe he doesn't have vision on him. So just 20% TP charge to go. Oh, it takes a huge hit. And nearly escaping death. Manages to pull it off. at about 100 health, but every time he jumps away, ooh, it gets slowed down, and those elders, those other enemies are getting closer. Cap, meanwhile, doing pizza, just pulling out some M1. Will be able to do a phase 4 skip. And, oh man, poor actor. Was holding on so long there. Manages to take another death. It is now at 3, right? 10 minutes behind Cap in real time. Jodo only 5 minutes behind Cap real time. This might be a race for second place here. Oh, well. Yeah, when you have an ally worship unit doing that, it's going to be a death every 10 seconds. Oh, jeez. Yep. There's another one. Jodo just got a 15-minute advantage, or additional 15 minutes of an advantage over Actor. Just over the course of a couple, not even a minute, from this damn alloy worship unit. I mean, what kind of green, or what red would you say, in your opinion, is worth 15, 20 minutes? We're about to find out. We're about to see as Cap gets the phase 4 skip done. Now 20 minutes behind is Actor from Jodo. Oh, jeez. I mean, just from one tiny incident, right? From this damn thing getting spawned in, you never want to get this thing below half health. Just all the worship unit is, if you don't aggravate it, if you don't provoke it, it's just a soulless control unit, right? Summons a few annoying enemies, but it's not something you want to deal with unless you absolutely know you can take it out immediately. And this could be another death for Actor here. Thankfully isn't. Right, it's only going to have until about the 80-minute mark. As a result, it caps 1 death, right? A little bit less punishing. But Cap going to be finishing, I mean, not even 80, like 78. Actor's only got about 15 minutes. It's definitely doable with the band and with some of the other items that we picked up on stage 5. Right, does have the Scorpion. But just needs to be able to finish off that TP, needs to be able to finish off that worship unit. Jodo is in a little scary bit of a spot. Took some damage at the start of stage 5. Sees the crowbar printer. Do you go in now? Right? Jodo did not. The only racer not to go into crowbars in stage 1. Oh, jeez. Actor using the egg manages to take out like 8 enemies. Gets the Berserker's Pauldron kick in. And Cap finishes. 38-36. Well done. Is anyone... I mean, technically, Jodo can. There's a Blazing Elder Horde of Many. Throws him into the Pokemon Center. Well done. Or not that. Throws him into the Artifact Portal, where they will be stuck. Very good usage of the wings there. Very smart play. If you can't kill them immediately, this is a very optimal strategy. They're all now dead. Yeah, Jodo will have 2.5 minutes to kill Mithrix. And still needs to charge TP, which takes 90 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and say it's literally impossible. Unless, you know, there's a tech that I don't know about. We'll go ahead and hand out those points for Cap, who is essentially going to get double bonus points. Go ahead and do that now. As poor Actor is just getting constantly harassed. I mean, it's down to 3 minutes before being forced to concede. Mayan's probably going to send out the message in just a second here. So time to complete is 78-36. As Cap gets a 38-36. GG to Cap yet again for the good performance here today. Hey, I found the standings. And it has just not been Actor's Day at all. Unfortunately, this damn alloy worship unit, which, I mean, Actor had like an on-par build, on-par run, on-par strat. With Jodo, just gets harassed a little bit too much by that worship unit. Right, provoked it just one tick too much and ends up having to concede the run. Unfortunate. GG's for AKDRER. We'll see some more AKDRER in future weeks. We've seen him in the past. I mean, really almost pull through. Right, we've seen him get to the Mithrix fight a few times, or at least to the moon. So hopefully we can see maybe a bit more come week 4, come week 5, as AKDRER learns a very valuable lesson with warship units and railgunner. The worst railgunner, I should say. All right. Let me just let you guys know this is Jotovich. And it's time to complete 7836. Was half of Mithrix's health with the proper crowbar hit? Was that the start of phase 3? Nope. A little lag there, all good. Alright. How much time does Johto have left? As of now, with 7836 being the time to beat, 30 minutes, still half an hour to go. Okay. I mean, that's like 6 deaths. Does get a laser scope, right? So that's so much more damage. On landing that crit, you just have to land that supercharged crit. Personally, with that laser scope in hand, I would try to see if there's a scrapper. If there's no scrapper, you've got a decent amount of speed. You've got wings. Go for some crowbars. That's good damage. Like, really, really good damage. Oh, scope was from the warship unit. Wait, how did you get the warship unit? Without dying 8 times? Was it a warship unit skip off Shuriken? I wasn't paying attention. Void Devastator from... Oh, and Void Band. Okay. Jeez, alright. That's a tech. Almost... Oh, jeez. Okay. And that was with a feather, too. With a feather... Oh, no way. Void Band. Void Band. Can your freaking Ice Band do this? I think not. Get wrecked, Ice Band. Get wrecked, Void Jailer. Boom. Woo. Movement tech indeed, as that Jailer gets denied. Gets the Uno reverse card. You ever have that happen to you? Against a Void Jailer? I know I have. Next time someone calls Void Band garbage, just send them a clip of that, alright? See what they think. See what they say. About all those Ice Band defenders. Oh, there was Polyloot. Huge value from that Void Seed. Be careful, you don't want to get infested squid turret on your case. Can kind of be scary at times. Johto going down. Accidentally slamming ourselves in the ground. Gotta love wings. And, uh-oh. It's in prison. It's fine, though. Grabs another repulsion. Now bringing Johto's total up to 3. You know, speaking of repulsion armor plates and things that, you know, reduce damage. My car's hull, right? You know, it's made of metal. I'm sure this is relevant of a story. I'm just, you know, passing the time here as we wait for Johto to get onto the moon and get to the Mithrix fight. Is it normal, like, for bees to, like, crawl in and out of your car's hull? This morning I was coming back from work, and I saw, like, a yellow jacket just walk inside, like, right underneath my my license plate. Like, there was this tiny little gap it just went in. And it was terrifying. Like, I'm concerned that there's bees trying to make a nest in my car? And if that's the case, what I could do, right? What if I just parked my car like next to someone who I really dislike, right? Someone who I just find really annoying or despicable, and I can just pull up and offer them quote unquote a ride, right? Just wear like a bee resistant suit. And just be like, yeah, I'll get you a ride. And then they could just show up, and there's, you know, I could just watch them get chased around by the bees. I know yellow jackets are the more like aggressive ones. It's the perfect setup. That's what you get for asking me for a ride. Next time, buy a car. Next time, spend $8,000 on a vehicle that's gonna break in 2 months. Gotta love the current car market. All right. Now, gotta be careful trying to host skip here. These wisps are gonna start shooting. And, okay. Manages to take cover. Has the safer spaces. You can start shooting down. You can start shooting down. Yeah, there you go. Oh, no, okay. Goes for the wings. We'll just be able to go through this all throughout the rest of the way. Hopefully should make it. Has another 5 seconds. 7, 6, 5. There we go. Yeah, I was trying to get out of my car, and there was like 3 bees just like swarming the door. Like, why are they on my car? I've never seen bees be attracted to a vehicle before. Okay. Here we go. Phase 1 begins. Now, remember with Cap, right? He kind of used the M1 a lot just to build up the armor. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Building up that Scorpion. 30, 40, 50 applications. Mine wants to listen to it. Unmutes it on their end. Okay, now right here, go for the supercharge, right? Wait for Mithrix to stop being armored. Nope. Gets a foot shot. You want to land the supercharge, and you want to land the crit. Right? With the laser scope. With... Were there crit glasses? No, I think only Cap had the crit glasses. Yeah. Which is so much more damage when landing that. It doesn't help when there's a Void Jailer constantly moving Mithrix around. But if you use your laser scope right now, if you used your supercharge right now, your 3.0 proc coefficient supercharge, when you have 2 sticky bombs, when you have Polyelite, Mithrix is already dead, and you're already halfway through phase 2. Oh my god. That is terrifying. You know, that Void Jailer, we'll put a little asterisk next to the word helpful, right? It's doing damage, but I don't know. If I have Mithrix get pulled into me when he's like mid-hammer swing and I just die from it, that is going to be the day I uninstall Risk of Rain 2. Pretty much a flawless fight so far from Johto. It's like, okay, maybe not flawless anymore. Has like 4 curves or something. I think that's the number 4. Taking a few wisp shots. Gonna line it up. Oh god, that was an orb. That's what Safer Spaces is for. That's for what the Supercharge is for. Just gotta shoot that easily. Boom, done. 1 wisp dead. Another one. Come on, I gotta land those crit shots. We gotta send Johto here to the aim trainer. Gotta get those spray patterns down. Gotta get those sick op shots. Cause oh man, I mean, you're better off just using the M2 if you're not gonna try. Right, 1 crit shot, or 1 crit side on the left, 1 crit side on the right. Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better. Has the Void Cradle or Void Okay, well, it's not really helpful when the Void Band is making the Golem jump every half a second. Makes it kind of impossible to aim at the crit spot. There we go, it's got it now. Stealing damage. That's going to die from Void Band. As it jumps for joy. Yay, I'm going to die from Band, it says. Packing up its bags, getting ready, waiting, looking at the time. Is it time yet? Nope. And here we go, phase 3. Supercharge, supercharge. Supercharge. Nope. It's going to go for a Shuriken Band proc into just building up that Scorpion. I mean, again, I guess the Scorpion's not the worst call. There is no crowbars, but I mean, just one Polyloot proc off a supercharge at a crit, and Mithrix is at like half health. Well, yeah, that was a sour one. Time's at 57 minutes. Again, Johto has another 21 minutes to be able to make it to completion. And if Johto does complete this loadout, right, Johto will be not once but twice being able to get in second place against Cap. Right, not able to deny any bonus points, as Cap, yet again, I believe, has only been denied one bonus point. Oh, stay away from that. Oh, jeez. Only one bonus point has been denied from Cap in 3 weeks. 6 loadouts. Cap's killing it. Like, it wasn't until now that Cap had his first death. Was trying to execute Mithrix there. You cannot execute Mithrix with the Void stuff, unfortunately. It doesn't even deal damage to him. Like, you think it could at least do something. Cap's schedule free? Everyone's schedule is pretty much equal. He's had a pretty early schedule. Oh, God. As Johto takes a +5. Now it's 63 minutes. Oh, man. Can still afford about 2 more deaths to be able to get away with this. 3 deaths, and it's going to be over. All right, going to have a lot of pizza in order for that to kick in. Safer Spaces is removed from the Shockwave as Johto pulls out. Oh, there's another hammer swing? That's weird, double. Okay, Johto's going to just go for some shots. Oh my god, that almost hit. How is Johto still alive? I don't know. But these exploders are really harassing him right now. And those pizzas are almost hitting. Lands another sour spot. Does get a Polyloot proc, though. And, okay. Johto needs to kill Mithrix, like, during this pizza. Because he is playing so freaking risky right now. Oh, man. Oh, just, oh, man. So many shots. Okay. Good, good. Good. It's kind of eyeballing it. Oh, he ate that slice. No, not even. How'd that not hit? Who knows? Was that a crit? I think we finally got a crit supercharge. Let's go. Easy, let's go. Phase 4 kicks in. Johto had the Void Dio from earlier. Saved the 5 minutes. Right, otherwise would be at like 70 minutes here. Had the Safer Spaces. Had the Scorpion. There's so many good items in this run. Right, the crowbars didn't opt to go for them. Went for a little bit of a safer approach with the repulsion armor plates. And Johto, who looked to have one of the weaker stage 1s with the death, with almost double death, now comes back here and gets Void Jailered? No. Not today. Get out of here, Jailer. I've got a ship to charge. Here we go. Johto's going to be able to get to this. And at about 65 minutes here, no matter what happens, even if Johto fails to charge the ship, since Johto killed Mithrix before the 40-minute cutoff, Jodo will be awarded 2 points for this race. GG to Jodo. Good comeback. A little bit of a sketchy start, but it's going to be able to get 2 second place finishes, and it's going to finish this race overall in second, which is a lot better. I mean, again, Jodo, who got 4 back-to-back DNFs in week 1 and week 2, for such a comeback here. Well done. Whew. It is really hot where I'm at. Like 80 degrees in my room. I don't have the AC running yet because it's going to be like 40 degrees tomorrow night. There we go. Speaking of 80 degrees, the whole moon goes supernova. So there's a blank white screen. We'll be able to get a final time in here. As Jono finishes up, I believe, at 66:20. Well done. And GG.